Welcome to the Carbon Impacts podcast. In this episode, Carbon Impacts would like to invite Mr. Mahesh Palawat, Vice President, Meteorology and Climate Change from Skymet Weather. He has been working in the weather space for more than 18 years now. He's here with us for an in-depth discussion on the podcast titled The Science Behind the Missing Spring, Onset of Another Year of Extreme Heat. In this conversation, we aim to understand how rising temperatures and extreme heat events are reshaping India's climate risk landscape. We will focus on the forecast for all the parts of India where temperatures can reach extreme degrees and explore the existing and needed measures within heat action plans. Mr. Palawat's expertise will help our audience to grasp the scientific trends and urgent policy responses required to mitigate heat related risks. So, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, can you help us understand that what has been happening in India in terms of heat this year? We have been hearing that every month is breaking record. January had some record, February had some record, and March also had some record. So, what is the forecast? I mean, why is it so?
See,
Can you
yes,
explain?
yes. Not only 2025, we have seen since last many years, one after another record of say extreme heat, extreme you can say winters or extreme rainfall. These type of records are being broken because intense weather activities are on rise since last many years due to you can say global warming, climate change, deforestation, infusion of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which is taking its toll. So now we have seen that January was one of the warmest month for India, and February was the warmest since 1901, and March is also, I think, second warmest since record has been taken for India. We can attribute to many regions for this extreme heat. Uh, First and foremost is the lack of rainfall. The intensity and frequency of western disturbances were very less. And usually, western disturbance starts impacting western Himalayas and also northern plains and parts of Rajasthan, North Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, and Uttar Pradesh from second half of November. Usually, they start coming in the month of October itself, but they intensify in the month of November, and peak intensity is usually in the month of later part of December, January, and February. But until January, we have not seen any significant weather system approaching Western Himalayas. So rainfall was very deficient rainfall over entire hilly regions as well as entire countries was rain deficient. So when there is no rainfall over northern place, particularly winter rainfall, so there will not be any fog because if there is rain, then humidity will increase, and in terms the fog intensity will increase. So when the fog persisted throughout the day, then the maximum temperature reduces, leading to cold day conditions, which was absent, absolutely absent this year. And and the frequency and say number of cold wave was also very less because winter was not very severe. There was no decent rainfall or heavy rainfall and snowfall over hilly regions in the month of December, January, and in the beginning of February, the western disturbance start dumping snowfall over western Himalayas, leading to some cold wave conditions or marginally increase in you can say winters. So the winters were very short-lived, and the main reason can be attributed to the lack of intense western disturbance, lack of winter rainfall, and snowfall. Yeah.
Sir, over the last few years, we have observed that spring season has shortened. So, हम सीधा winter conditions से आजकल summer like conditions में आ जाते हैं. What do you have to say about that? Why this is happening?
Yes. Say main reason is the erratic flow of western disturbances due to climate change, and the all the weather patterns are changing now. The sometimes there is very heavy snowfall over Himalayas, which leads to intense winter season over northern plains, and they reaches up to say Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, up to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh also the cold winds which sweeps from western Himalayas. But now we have seen that this winter rainfall is reducing year by year. The intensity of western disturbances, frequency of western disturbances, track of western disturbances also reducing. So the winter is shrinking, and there is sudden transition from winter to summer. The spring season, which used to be say 1.5 to 2 months of comfortable weather, used to be there in the month of February and in the first half of March also. But now we can say हम मतलब रजाई से सीधा एयर कंडीशन में पहुंच जाते हैं। तो ये जो है ये एक तरह से क्लाइमेट चेंज और ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का इम्पैक्ट है। इट इज सो वी आर एडिंग द ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस इन द एटमॉस्फेयर ईयर बाय ईयर। सो वी कैन से द envelope of air or atmosphere which surrounds our earth is protecting us from extreme heat and extreme winter. So we can perceive it as a blanket of air. If we add on layers to this blanket year by year, so it will be more warm. And so the air temperature is increasing due to infusion of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide gases, and harmful gases. So that's why the air temperature is rising, and when air temperature start rising, it the capacity of air to hold moisture is also increasing. That's why extreme weather events are also increasing, and the we can say that just after when the winter starts fading away, and the transition is very rapid from winter to summer, and that's why the you can say the spring season is shrinking, and it will continue to be so. So in another decade or so, our this generation will not know what is the spring, what spring season used to be there or not. Yeah.
Sir, now coming to heat waves again. So this year, heat wave made a very early onset in February, especially in the western parts of the India. I mean, places who are not even heat wave prone zones like Mumbai and several parts of Goa. They reported heat wave like conditions or heat wave itself. So, and even in March, we saw that, that only in the beginning of the March, we've seen that, several states, I think around 8 or 9 states are already, under the blanket of heat wave like conditions. So, Abhi, we have seen that meteorologists are predicting that there will be above normal heat wave days. Can you explain what is going to happen in the coming days and why it is happening, why we are witnessing above normal temperatures month by month?
So we'll start from Mumbai and Konkan and Goa. We have seen the heat wave conditions in the month of February itself. The same region, the lack of snowfall and uh, the northerly winds, which used to when there is a gap in western disturbance, say so 5 to 7 days, if there is a gap, then the normal pattern of northwesterly northerly winds sets in. If there is heavy snowfall over hills, then these cold winds will penetrate up to Maharashtra and Telangana, leading to dip in temperature. But we have not seen this because there was no heavy snowfall over western Himalayas. Moreover, the anticyclone persisted over Bay of Bengal, central parts of Bay of Bengal, and sometimes over central India, leading to you can say the inland winds over Konkan and Goa, including Mumbai. So when sea breeze is short-lived and land breeze persisted for longer duration, it leads to rise in temperature, which we have seen in the month of February over Konkan and Goa and Mumbai. And in the month of March, we have seen between March 10 and 15, there was heat wave over Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Maharashtra, Vidarbha, Gangetic West Bengal, Jharkhand, and Odisha. So this was also because when we transit from winter to spring season, usually the weather start changing, but as there was lack of rainfall, rainfall was very less in the month of January and February. So entire country was rain deficient. There was absolutely dry weather condition over these areas. So when there is no cold winds from western Himalayas, there is no weather system developing like cyclonic circulation or some induction of infusion of humid winds from either from Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea, which acts as a trigger for some weather activities. So, in the absence of these weather activities, over particularly over Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, all these areas which I mentioned, uh, that's why the heat wave started over that area bitterly. And now we are in the month of April, and we have seen recently we have seen some weather activities, pre-monsoon activities, some intensified over northern parts, eastern parts, and central parts of the country. The last 24 to 48 hours, we have seen the temperatures have reduced, but in the beginning, or you say first 7 to 8 days of April were absolutely dry. There was an anticyclone over north central parts of Arabian Sea, leading to dry and hot winds from Balochistan, Sindh, and Thar deserts, sweeping across Rajasthan, Gujarat, and parts of Madhya Pradesh, North Maharashtra, and Vidarbha. These hot winds leads to increasing temperature. There was severe heat wave condition over these areas, and now the pre-monsoon activities have given some relief, but it will be short-lived. After 2 to 3 days, then again temperature will start increasing over northwest and western parts of the country. And going ahead, we think that this incidence of heat wave will continue to increase. The intensity and duration of heat wave in the month of April and May is expected to more than normal over North India and Central India and East India. However, the southern parts of the country may continue to get frequent showers, leading to abatement of heat wave, and the temperatures will be near normal or slightly below normal.
So, sir, can we say that above normal temperatures are the new normal future for India?
Yes, we can see not for India, only for India, entire world is going to warm. Uh,
And
because reason being, we are adding greenhouse gases in the atmosphere day by day, and we are not going towards renewable energy, and green cover is being depleted day by day, and there are concrete jungles coming up in metros and second and three tier cities also. So these heat islands are increasing the heat over entire country, entire world. So the oceans are also warming up. Sea surface temperatures are increasing. Incidence of El Nino is also increasing. The duration is also increasing. That's why the overall temperatures are on rise, and there is some shift in climate pattern also. The pre-monsoon activities which used to be there for prolonged duration, if you say going behind the 2 decades, in the early 20s, we were witnessing frequent dust storms in North India. But now this incidence of dust storm, thunderstorm is also reducing. But whenever it happens, it is very extreme. So earlier, the frequent dust storm, say two dust storms in a week, was normal. If we go in 90s and early 20s, this between 2001 and 2010, uh, what the you can say the speed of wind used to be say 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, but now the frequency has reduced, but intensity has increased. So we have seen the wind speed going up to 90, 100 kilometers per hour. So we can say that now the incidence of heat wave will continue to rise in coming days also, in coming years also.
so, so we say that these increasing heat, the both the intensity and frequency of heat wave will also increase the extreme events like dust storm, which will have more damage potential.
Yes, they will be more damaging, they will be more intense, but frequency may reduce, but intensity will increase for this type of extreme weather events. Not only dust storm, thunderstorm, cyclones and cloud burst like this. All the extreme weather events will be more intense now. Yeah.
Sir, another new trend has been noticed in the last few years, that is rise in minimum temperatures.
Yes.
Now, rise in night temperature is considered to be very dangerous because WHO says that for a sound sleep, a person needs to have temperature around 24 degrees Celsius. But there are many cities in India who are witnessing temperatures above that during night time. So, can you explain why nighttime temperatures are increasing and how dangerous they can be?
So the warm nights is considered when the maximum temperature reaches 40 degree and the departure from normal for minimum temperature is 4.5 degree or more. So if we see the prolonged when temperatures, day temperature continues to be above 40 degree for prolonged duration, say for continuous 8 to 10 days. Then after sunset, the Earth starts releasing its energy in the form of long wave radiation, leading to cooling down of Earth or surface of Earth, and the nighttime temperature start reducing. But when temperature is excess of 40 degrees, say 42, 43, 44 degree, so the long wave radiation is not sufficient to cool down the night, and sometimes there is dust particle or your pollution is also increasing. So pollution is also acting as a greenhouse effect. When there is cloud cover, the long wave radiation will be trapped between the base of cloud and earth surface, leading to warmer nights. So this type now the pollution is also rising. So this pollution is also acting as a barrier to restrict the outflow of long wave radiation, leading to warmer nights. So it is very dangerous because the marginal people who do not have cooling appliances, they will not have any relief. Daytime, they will be working, they will be awake, they can take shelter in a shaded area or something. But the sound sleep for at least 6 hours is very important for those people. But if temperatures are very high during night time also, so they will not have sufficient rest. So their capacity to work, their body will also will say suffer. So this is very dangerous for normal people as well as masses. Yeah.
Sir, apart from these impacts, can you also tell us different kinds of impact that these rising temperatures are having on different domains like agriculture and the other aspects? Can you just put some light on this?
Yes, if you see the temperatures are rising in the month of February and March itself. This is the harvesting season. The crop will start maturing during that time. Seeds are there; they will also start maturing. If because the particularly Rabi crops like wheat crops and other variety of crops, they require prolonged cold weather conditions, which used to be like November, December, and January. The February and March should also be cooler than normal, or say comfortable weather should be there for crops to mature and their yield and quality to improve. But now we have seen the temperatures are rising in the month of February and second end of February and the initial period of March itself, leading to deterioration in quality and yield of Rabi crops. So we can say the damage to crops can be between 15 to 20% in the yield as well as quality of seeds. So it is very harmful for farmers as well as for agriculture belt because their productivity will reduce, their earning will also suffer. So we can say that this is one impact, and the earlier heat wave that will also take toll on the labor class, the people who are working in fields, in factories, the daily wage earners. They will also suffer. The chances of heat strokes and strokes is also increasing. So overall impact is negative, we can say. Yeah.
Sir, a lot of governments and state governments are already working on improving their heat action plans. But can you, in very few words, explain that what is the importance of heat action plan and how do you what do you feel about them?
I think it is more on paper and in ground we have not seen because there are chemicals that there will be plantation of 1 lakh trees in a particular district. Say in Faridabad, we have seen uh, in 2007, 2007, 2013, 2018, the numerous, the thousands and lakhs of plants were planted. But this is just a campaign. After this, the maintenance is ignored and they die down. And there should be some action plan to you can say protect the forest land, agriculture land. The agriculture land is converted into commercial land by government as well as builders. So agriculture land is shrinking, buildings are coming up, development in the name of development, they are doing all these things, and the diesel cars and the petrol vehicles, generator, DG sets, they are on rise. So we should restore to renewable energy, green energy, solar energy, electric energy, and plantation, more and more of plantation, restoration of green cover. Then only the climate change will reverse, and it will take some time, but efforts should be there.
Also, sir, can you also throw some light on how what is the importance of timely weather forecasting and early warning systems? Can these be
Yeah.
a very good tools for dealing with extreme heat?
Yes. If we are able to give timely forecast of heat wave and the inclement weather activities like dust storm, thunderstorm, hailstorm, which we have seen recently in many parts of countries, we have given forecast for say 5 to 6 days in advance about this inclement weather coming up over northwest India, central India, and east India. So in that way, if there is timely forecast, accurate forecast, then particularly the farming world or the farmers will be benefited. They can uh, take measures to mitigate the harm to their crops, and people will also prepare themselves for the upcoming inclement weather events like cyclones. And the prediction of cyclone is now very accurate. So beforehand, the authorities are being alerted about the track and intensity and the landfall of cyclone. So all the efforts are being taken by government and thereafter other agencies. So the local level forecast is also very important, like in Gram Panchayat, block level, and tehsil level. So the communication network should also be improved because every farmer is not aware about the social media and the WhatsApp groups are not there for because everybody has not have access to a smartphone. So the local level prediction and the community board should be there, so that our forecast can reach to grassroots level, so they can prepare themselves.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. It was a very useful discussion, and we got some very insightful details about heat wave and dealing with it. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.